Live from our studio here in Lagos, this is Beyond 100 Days with Nifemi Oguntoye. You can join the conversation right now using the hashtag Beyond 100 Days. Remember to tag at TVC News On and at Nifemi Oguntoye on X. Our attention is turned to Rivers State. The House of Assembly has now extended the ultimatum given to officials of the State Electoral Commission to 72 hours. The extension follows the expiration of the 48-hour ultimatum issued to the chairman and commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission to appear before it. The lawmakers reached the resolution during plenary in Port Harcourt earlier today, following the request brought by one of the lawmakers, NME judge. The House voted to extend the ultimatum to Monday, 10th of March, to enable Justice Enebeli, who is the RCEC chief, and other officials to appear before them. The House had proposed to go on a break a few days back, but due to the extension of the ultimatum, Deputy Speaker of the House moved a motion to suspend their recess so they could attend to the RCEC chairman and his commissioners.
They are now given a new date, which is the 10th day of March 2025 at 10 a.m. to appear before this August Assembly to answer questions pertaining to their conduct in office as chairman and commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission.
Well, the political crisis in Rivers State appears to be showing no signs of abating even after that Supreme Court judgment. With the House of Assembly's ultimatums and threats of arrest, many have now called for caution in Rivers. Chief among them is the former Inspector General of Police and former Chairman Police Service Commission, Dr. Wike Okiro, who recently at a press conference made a passionate appeal for peace, saying Rivers must not be turned into a battlefield. In a stark warning on Wednesday, Dr. Okiro declared, quote, "You can't rule over dead men. You cannot govern a war zone," end quote. He's also urging President Tinubu to double down on mediation, demanding leaders to listen, not lecture. We'll sit down on the show tonight with Dr. Wike Okiro, who was former Inspector General of Police and who has seen firsthand the devastating effects of violence. He joins me live from our Abuja studio. Dr. Okiro, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
So you've warned that Rivers State risks becoming a no-go zone if this crisis escalates. Are you looking into a crystal ball, or you have access to some intel on this matter?
Yeah, I got some intelligence report on the matter, and I feel every good-thinking Nigerian, every well-wisher of Rivers State should look at what's happening in Rivers State right now. It's a matter of time. If we keep quiet and allow things to go the way they're moving, it will be a very bad story for Rivers State and bad story for Nigeria. Because I've been following up what's happening, and I have my intelligence report also. I'm monitoring both the gladiators and also the people themselves. The citizens of Rivers State are not at ease at all. The youth are not at ease at all. Yeah, because if you look at it, you find that it's an issue that is tails to lose, heads to lose. Nothing both parties can do will benefit both parties at the end of the day. The citizens are suffering. Look about it. These are youths, young men and women who are jobless. Some of them educated and no job. They cannot go to farm because their farmlands are devastated. They cannot fish because their waters are polluted. So they're voting for any single thing and they ignite into action. So I'm thinking it's better we handle the situation calmly and peacefully. Look at the gladiators, find out what are their grievances, what are the ways out.
All right.
You know, people who are neutral like I am, I don't belong to any of the groups. some other statesmen who are neutral, some other Nigerians who are neutral. Of course, many Nigerians are neutral, apart from those belong to one party or the other. We should come together. I've already spoken to some people. Let's come together and start this problem before it goes out of hand.
All right. I hear you clearly.
For action. Dr.
Okiro, you have also mentioned that no leader can govern in the midst of war. But what we've seen is these political actors don't appear to be deterred. Who, in your view, bears the greatest responsibility for de-escalating this crisis? Is it the FCT Minister, Wike, Governor Fubara, Mr. President, or the courts?
Yeah, everybody is involved. Let me talk about the two parties, right? The governor was asked to go and present the budget. He should do that by all means. The State Assembly that have been putting spoke into the fire of impeachment should suspend the impeachment. The court order, the Supreme Court orders must be obeyed, because the Supreme Court is the grand norm of law in Nigeria. So whatever they say must be obeyed. Equally, the president, Asiwaju, Tinubu, GCFR, is the father of the nation. He had tried a lot before to look into this matter, but it appears he needs to do more. We cannot rest until the peace is achieved totally in Rivers State. Everybody should be involved. The president, the people, the governor, the National Assembly, the State Assembly, all of them should be involved. We want peace. Because from my intelligence, if things are not done, if things are done the way they do it now, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Because we are having a problem in the Northeast, a problem in the Northwest. If I add South to a problem in Nigeria, it will end all Israel.
Well, the thing is, this conflict has a rich history of dialogues, Dr. Okiro, until it became a court matter. It's perhaps why many Nigerians feel exhausted by endless peace appeals. But have you spoken to the key stakeholders in this matter, the FCT minister and the governor? Have you spoken to them directly on your concerns?
I've not spoken to them yet, because of my experience. I came in to contest as president of 100Days from Rivers State. A group, somebody went to A and said Okiro was brought by B. I'm sure some people are not went to B and so Okiro was brought by A. So both of them teamed up against me. So I don't want to talk to them. My interest is the interest of Rivers State. My interest is Nigeria as a whole. So if you want to talk to them as a group of mediators. We've talked to this and talked to that. I will talk to them individually. They may not understand me. They misinterpret my appeal.
But they have spoken a lot. You know, we have also spoken, we have heard from both of them. Do you think that at this point in time, because for instance, you called on Mr. President's intervention. He did intervene in the early days of this conflict. And that meeting came up with a list of agreements between both parties that didn't see the light of the day. How else can Mr. President intervene, especially now that there's a Supreme Court judgment?
Yeah, the Supreme Court judgment did not say the president should not intervene. If you try, you don't win, keep trying until you succeed. I don't think the president can give up. The problem is not too much for him to handle. He has handled more serious problem than this. So he can still go ahead and meet them. We also, the neutral group, will go ahead and meet the various factions and see if we can broker peace. We have from them. What are the grievances? What can we do to solve this problem? We talk to them. I'm sure about talk to them. They'll listen to us. Plus, the president.
The big challenge now is returning to the pre-election time when there was a godfather and then a godson. That relationship has really worsened over the months, and we've heard both of them, you know, say that perhaps there is no going back. But there are oil companies, there are traditional rulers, there are religious leaders who often operate behind the scenes. Who has the real power to force compromise? And why do you think they haven't acted yet?
You see, my people say cannot drop the fire until this way you're going to at night. If they say fighting, we can't give up. There's no war that has been fought in this war that never ended. Look at the 2 world wars and other wars, Punic Wars and so on and so forth. They will see end. It only matters how you make them end. Do they end tragically or peacefully? So that is what I'm trying to do. The religious leaders, trade rulers, important people, elder statesmen will come together. Those of them that are neutral will come together and make sure this thing does not go the way I think it's going to. Because the data I've gotten is that both parties, the use of both sides are preparing for action. So that's why I said the State Assembly should withstand the impeachment, the governor should present the budget, the president should look into this matter, the court orders must be obeyed. Then see what we can do to solve this problem. This problem must be solved, and in no distant time.
Do you think
if you go to Port Harcourt,
do you think there are still neutral parties in Rivers, or even across board, who can intervene in this matter?
Of course, there are many of them. The president is neutral. He's not supporting the side. I'm neutral. I don't support any side. Other people are neutral. I know people are neutral. Not everybody is inclined to support Party A or Party B. There will be some people listen to them. So we want to appoint people who the two parties can equally listen to. But there will be peace in River State.
You are saying that peace is non-negotiable, but peace without justice can also be fragile. Should there be consequences for those feeling this crisis, even if it risks short-term instability? There are some who are saying that major offenses have happened and some people should pay for it.
We're not talking about peace without justice. We're not talking about peace that is non-negotiable. Like I said, the group will meet each of the parties one by one, find out what are the grievances, address the grievances. If people agree the grievances without any loss, it be addressed. You cannot address grievances, meet the grievances halfway. Make sure there's peace. Not at the face of Party A or Party B. And all of them have grievances that I think they're looking up to. But it's if their grievances, if their aspirations could meet halfway, so peace can be reign. So they can govern peacefully and move about peacefully.
But what is your understanding of the root cause of this matter? Some have said it's a battle for control of political power. Others say it's just about who controls the resources of River State. What do you think?
I would like to say, or to voice out what I think are the grievances in this matter. By the time I say it, Party A or Party B may think I'm their support. What I'm saying is that if we have, it's natural, father and son will fight. You know, it's natural. Tell me who has not ever quarreled with the son? Or tell me which son has never quarreled with the father? But because of that filial relationship, after quarreling, they still settle. Tell me which sister and brother has not quarreled? Which daughter and mother has not quarreled? Quarrel is natural. Quarrel is even good, because when you quarrel with somebody, you know what annoys the person, you know what pleases the person, so you avoid it. Like a mother tell children, oh, don't do this to your father, doesn't like it. Quarrel is natural. But the important thing is settlement. So if that quarrel in Nigeria, Rivers State, that reason for quarrel in Nigeria, we want to put it aside. We want to make sure that's peace.
Dr. Mike Okiro, let's take a short break and we'll be back with more on this conversation. Stay with us, everyone.
Ramadan, the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, is here again. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness. From the first day to the last day of Ramadan, join us on TVC from 3 to 6 a.m. every day for Ramadan Kareem. Recitation of verses in the Quran, tafsir by great Islamic scholars. Ask the Sheikh for clarity on Ramadan and Islam. What's more, you can learn and win great prizes in the Ramadan quiz segment, all spiced up with soul-stirring nasheed.
Asking for a sign from you, 'cause I'm so broke inside.
Ramadan Kareem on TVC from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day in Ramadan. To participate, call or visit our marketing department, TVC Communications Limited, Eko Atlantic City, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone 0708 066 8003 or 0708 066 8004. You can also log on to www.tvccommunications.tv. Ramadan Kareem.
Former Inspector General of Police and former Chairman of the Police Service Commission, Dr. Mike Okiro, thank you for staying the course on the program this evening.
Thank you.
You talked about your time as IGP and certain efforts you made to restore peace in the Niger Delta. Are there similarities between then and now?
Coming again.
You talked about the issues.
I didn't hear you well. What?
You talked about the issues in the Niger Delta while you were Inspector General of Police and how you intervened to restore peace. Are there similarities between what happened then and what's happening now?
Yeah, there are similarities. But what happened then should be a child play to what I think and I visualize is going to happen now. By the time I worked on amnesty for militants, Niger Delta, the militants were attacking oil installations, fuel stations, and pipelines. I had to go in. First of all, I approached President Yaradua and told them that they need to have peace in River State, especially Niger Delta militants who are foreigners and other destroying peace in South-South. After a long pressure, he took up and agreed with me. And I had to go to the camp to pick the arms from the youths. So the problem that time was between the youths and oil companies. What I'm seeing now, the difference now is that it's between the government, the oil companies, and individuals. So it's not a problem that oil companies alone felt like that time. Now it is an issue that's going to encompass the whole River State and also Nigeria, because by the time they cut off oil supply, burn down oil installations, you know that oil is the mainstay of Nigerian economy. Nigeria will be greatly affected. So it's no longer one group in the entire country facing the problem in River State.
What is that one thing you think worked then that today's leaders are ignoring?
Yeah, I actually give honor to our late father, Chief Edwin Clark. When I started this idea of amnesty for Niger Delta militants, I moved, first of all, I created arms from Goni, or from Osama bin Laden. Then I proceeded to Delta, created arms. Then after creating arms, about 6 p.m., I was told Edwin Clark was at Kiabodo. I never met the man before. We were students. He was a commissioner. We admired him. I had the opportunity for me to go and see him. We drove down to Kiabodo. I saw him, and I told him about this amnesty. That and then, he put a call to Honorable Graham Douglas, to so many people, say, on Saturday, we're meeting in Port Harcourt. This thing our son is doing must succeed. So he anchored, and I came and addressed them. The thing took off. So even now, because this one is politics, and some people may not want to come out because they say it belongs to Party A or Party B. Some people who are interested in making peace not even come out, but I'm coming out. I want to come out and bring people who are neutral. Even people from the north, I'm bringing them in. I understand some people from Islamic group in the north are talking about peace also in River State because they know what will happen if there's no peace in River State. So I'm going to call all of them together. They have a pressure group that will force these two warring parties to come to a peace table. Let us discuss peace in the interest of River State, in the interest of South-South, in the interest of Nigeria.
Sounds like you're saying the Nigerians who feel Rivers is distant and this is just another political crisis, why should they care about what's happening there, are naive, right? Yeah.
I don't think people say what happened in Nigeria is a political crisis. Good. You can call it a political crisis, but it can snowball into something higher than that. You see, you can just call somebody just a crisis. You never know when to end and how to end. The magnitude is going to encompass. So I'm saying, let us not look at River State's problem as political. It's also economical. It is national. It is zonal and whatever. Not only for River State, for whole Nigeria, South-South, economy, and so on and so forth.
You sound quite optimistic about your call for peace, but we've heard from the gladiators and the stakeholders on this issue who have vowed not to see face to face. What's fueling your optimism that that would change?
My optimism lies in the fact that no human being, though some human beings want to commit suicide, but it's a credible percentage of human beings want to commit suicide. If there's a problem somewhere, you don't want to go there. So you need to tell them. Somebody don't know. I have intelligence. The two parties may only be concerned about their own side. I don't know what the other people are doing, but I know what all of them are doing. I have my intelligence report.
All right.
So that it's good that they all sit down and let us have peace. Because if there's no peace in River State, it's an evil that blows nobody good.
Dr. Okiro, we have to go now. You mentioned that you haven't spoken with Eyesom Wike and similarly Fubara on this matter. Let's assume they are watching this show right now. What would you say to both gentlemen?
Yeah, what I say to them is that in as much as they have the differences, they have their quarrel, they should keep it aside and think of the general good of Rivers people. Wike have been governor in Rivers State. Fubara is the current governor of Rivers State. They should work together. Rivers State should be what Rivers State is and must always be. So two of them should agree and ensure that Rivers State continues to be in existence. History will not have the good if they say these people are people that made Rivers State to boil, made Rivers State to go into ashes, to go to blazes, make Nigeria to go to blazes. I don't think any of them would like to do that. So the best thing for them to do is to let's come together. And in fact, actually, if people are quarreling, it needs somebody to come between them and settle. Most quarrels are settled by people. So that's what we want to do. We want to settle for them. We want to hear what are the grievances and then settle for them.
All right.
We don't say that A is right or B is wrong. We want to say that let's look at their problems and settle them.
Dr. Okiro, we have completely run out of time. Thank you so much for talking with us and also pouring out your heart on this matter. Niger Delta elder statesman, former Inspector General of Police, Dr. Michael Okiro, thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's our show today, everyone. You can watch it again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Do have a lovely weekend.